Did you accept the recording?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Infinite Humanitarians, and I am Anne Marie Newman. And I am so excited today because one of the wonderful humanitarians out there saw one of my YouTubes and she connected with me. So we have Yvonne Komalo visiting with us today from South Africa. So welcome, Yvonne. How are you?
I'm okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, and we are so happy that you reached out. This is really exciting.
Yes.
How is everything
Yes.
in South Africa these days?
Hey, it's hectic. I'm telling you, it's hectic. But hey, we thank God because we are surviving. There's nothing we can do. But hey, it's bad.
Right. Where are you, if you don't mind me asking, in South Africa?
Sorry?
Where do you live in South Africa? What part?
I'm in KZN province,
Okay.
KwaZulu Natal.
And where is that in relation to like Cape Town or Johannesburg?
Okay, it's Cape Town, it's Johannesburg, and then it's KwaZulu Natal. That's
So
another province.
is it north of that? Is it north of Johannesburg?
It's the north of KwaZulu Natal.
Oh, okay.
It's where our king lives.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yes.
I had the pleasure to visit South Africa for about a month and actually volunteered with Cotlins. Are you familiar with Cotlins at all?
Yeah, I heard you were talking about that on YouTube, but I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah.
Because most of the humanitarians or most of the things that people they need help with, those things they are hidden from us. We don't know anything.
Oh, really?
That's the problem. Yes, we don't know anything. Even if we are trying to get help from government and or from those high places people, they don't help us. They only helping their friends. They helping the people around them. So we don't know anything the way it happening.
Oh, that's too
So
bad.
I was so privileged. I was so happy to find you. I
Yeah.
think it's time I have to help other people who need help because I can see we are suffering here.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, how are you looking to help people? I think you mentioned about some schools and other areas.
The area I wanted to the project I wanted to start is the project for agriculture because most of the time here people they sick, especially in the villages. People they are sick. People they rely on the food that is produced in the shops and stuff. So I wanted because we used to farm,
Right.
especially at home. We got a big farm, but no one is working on it because my mother she's sick. She's on her sick bed. She can't even wake up. She can't do anything. A lot of people, a lot of the villagers, they abandon their farms. So that is where
Oh,
I wanted to start from. To start
what?
for people to start farming, to start growing our own foods, so that people they're gonna be okay.
And why are people sick? Why are so many people sick in your area?
The problem, the level of okay, let me say most of them HIV is too much. People they are
Right.
very sick,
Right.
and those and people they are on medication. And the next one is the elderly people. They got BP. They got those high blood pressure, they
Right.
got sugar, they are diabetic, most of them, they are diabetic. So, you know, they are living with tablets. They live with medication, you know,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
are not eating healthy food. So that is why I'm saying I wanted to start the with agriculture first, get the to supply them with clean water. Because the problem, others, they are still going to the river to fetch water. And those rivers, they are not clean.
Right. Right.
So, and another thing, when it comes to water supply, we don't have enough water
Mhm.
supply. So that is what where I wanted to start everything. Before I start even with farming, I wanted to start with water supply first.
Right. Right.
People, they have to have access in clean water.
Right.
And then when I started, because of the climate change, it's gonna help us for our farming to start farming. It's gonna those water supply, they're gonna help us with the if it's hot, if it's winter, especially now in December, it's very hot here in South Africa. It's very hot.
Mhm.
The problem, there is no water. People, they are suffering of water.
Right. Right. Have there been any organizations that have come to your area or are near your area that do well digging?
Now, yes, they have been. Sorry, this boy is just. Minu, open the door, please. Open this door. It's dark here.
That's okay.
Uh, there were some people, they came trying to do that, but they didn't finish the project.
Right.
I don't know what happened. They didn't finish the project. They left.
Oh,
So the wells, they were open like that. Sometimes they can open, we can find the water on the tap. Sometimes there's no water. You will stay
mm,
without water. So you have to carry the bucket on your head to go get water.
right.
That
Right.
is what is happening. Yeah.
And is it, you said it's mainly from the river? There aren't any other like clean water sources?
No, no, we don't have.
No. About
No.
how many people live in your community?
Yeah. It's a big community, but we
Right.
are divided by the chiefs.
Okay.
But it's a big community, yeah. But we are divided by this chief, and this other side there's another chief. That is why I wanted to start on our community, and then the project will expand to other communities.
Right. Right. What
Yeah.
what tribes are there?
Sorry.
What tribes are there that the chiefs? What chiefs? What tribes do the chiefs represent?
Uh it's what can I explain this? How can I explain this? With the chiefs, like my in my village, there is one chief. He's
Yeah.
representing my village, and there's another village again. It's like a border,
Okay.
and then another border is another chief, and then they cut that place, and then another border is another chief. So we are like different chiefs. Yeah,
So are
I don't know
they?
if you understand.
Yes. Are they associated with different ethnic groups within South Africa, or are they just people who are in charge of the area?
Yeah, they are in charge of the community, but you know, shame, they are just old people. You know, if you just appoint somebody and then you say, okay, you'll be in charge of this community. But now he's just sitting in his house, he's
Oh,
doing nothing.
yeah.
You
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
They
Yes.
only like attend, maybe if there's a case there, maybe somebody beat somebody, and then there will be a case, and then he will just pass the judgment, and then we're done. You
Right.
understand? There's
Yes.
nothing that they are doing to develop the community.
Right. Right. I
Yes.
see. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was earlier this year, I was in Kenya, and one of the challenges that Kenya has is that they have 44 different tribes. And so sometimes
Mhm.
there is not as much uh, collaboration and cooperation because of that. But that's why I was trying to find out if it was tribal or it was just kind of the hierarchy structure. And it sounds like it's the hierarchy structure.
Yeah, for us, no, we don't have like tribes. No, we just
Yeah,
one tribe. It's just that we are different. We are different chiefs, but it's the same. We
right,
don't have a problem with each other. Yeah.
right. That's that. And do you have any national um, humanitarian groups that you can reach out to, or that the chiefs can reach out to, or they just don't?
My God, ma'am, nothing. They don't know.
You froze. Yeah.
I okay. I left my village because of there's no job opportunities there, so I came to stay in town. That is how I find out about the humanitarians. I never know anything. Even in my village, no one knows about humanitarians.
Right.
We don't know anything.
Right.
So that is what now I want to start. So the people they will know what is going on in the world because people they don't know anything.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And how do you get your information besides coming to
Uh,
the more of the city? But you obviously are online. So what kind of research do you do, or connections?
I've been on the Telegram.
Right.
I've entered on Telegram, and then I started to see some people there talking about like the one for Ron, like the one for Love One Society.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
entered that I entered that group, and then I can see people they are talking about how to help people, how to start the projects, how to help so I started to learn from there, and
Right.
then I can see and then I sit down. I was like, okay, I can do this. I can find people who can work with me so that we
Right.
can help the community. Yeah,
Right.
so that is what I wanted to do.
That's great. That is great that you
Yes.
reached out on Telegram like that. Telegram is a great source for
Too much.
connecting
Yeah.
people. Yeah. It's there's lots of people that are working towards it. And I've actually worked on water projects. I um, helped with some well digging that was done in Nicaragua, and it really makes a difference. Once you have the water, like you said, then you can do, everybody feels better. You can start to grow food. Then it can,
Yes.
carry over to the schools. Do you have schools there?
Yeah, we do have schools, but they are not too much. But we do have schools. It's a long distance to go to school sometimes, especially where our schooling. We will wake up maybe like 5 o'clock. We will walk for 2 hours to get to school, and we're always late. And if you get late, you'll be beaten. So
Oh,
there's no transport that is going to school. You have to walk to school. 2 hours you're walking. If it's raining, the bridges they are full. You can't even cross the bridge. So you have to go back. Most of the children were dying trying to cross the bridge, and then the water will take them.
oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
really
so we do
tragic.
have schools. Yeah, we do have schools, but they are very far,
Right,
and they are very few.
right.
Even when it comes to the clinics, we do have one hospital in the village. That this hospital had to accommodate like 1,000 people a day. It's got two doctors,
Wow, that's a
and
lot of
these
people for
doctors they
two
don't come
doctors.
every yeah, and these doctors they don't come every day. They come maybe once, you know,
Okay, yeah,
maybe once a week. They will say, okay, the doctor is coming today, and people they'll be full at the hospital just to,
right.
to be attended by one doctor. So it's very bad, but we hang in there.
Right, right, right. Well, I believe that there's going to be a lot more available in the very near future, and that there'll be a lot more groups that will be out in especially more of the rural areas like yours,
Yes.
to start working and spreading it much, the humanitarian efforts further than just the main cities, but really like the rural areas to help out. But yes, well, a well would have finding someone to dig a well, and who knows, the universe is a wonderful, wonderful place. Maybe someone will hear about this when they listen to this video and connect with you. That's what I'm putting this out to the universe, that if there is someone in either the South Africa area or well digging that would be interested in collaborating with Yvonne and then her local chief, we would love to hear from you, because this is why I'm doing this, is I'm hoping to bring people together, bring people who want to do projects, who are already doing projects, matching them up with the need, because there's so much need, especially in the rural areas like yours. And water can be make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, it is. Because I was thinking while we waiting, maybe if we can be able to supply with there are those big tanks, we call it Jojo tanks. If we can supply maybe the community with those tanks, and then we'll have maybe one truck that will go and fetch water wherever they're gonna fetch water, to put in the tanks in every household, to have their tank, where you can come and put water on their tank, so that they will enjoy drinking water without going to the river to fetch water,
Right.
So I was thinking of that maybe we can start with that.
Yeah. That's expanding the well digging into basically what's called an irrigation system. And I've seen that happen in a couple of different countries, and it really makes a difference for the people, because not only can they drink the clean water, they can then, like you said, start to do the agricultural and farming, and then they can also keep their animals and start some animal husbandry, which gives additional healthy food. Are there any water trucks that you're familiar with, like names of companies or anything that you've ever seen in the area?
No, there's no company that is supplying water. There's one man, he's got a tractor.
He has a tractor?
Those people, a tractor. So those people it's got a tank on top. So those people who can afford it, because to get that water, to get water from him, it's 600 rand. But it's only for those. But it's only for those who's got tanks. If you don't have a tank, there's nothing you can do. So it's like I bought one for my mother, for my family, because the way they were suffering. But still, sometimes it's empty. Sometimes I don't have money to give them, to pay this guy to bring water for them. So that is the only way. There's no people who are supplying water. There are no trucks for municipality. There's nothing.
Right. It's just one individual man who does it.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And may I ask, what do you do to earn money? Do you have
I'm
work?
I'm working at the doctor's rooms as a receptionist. So I'm just earning that money just to pay rent and buy food. That's it.
Right. Well, it's awesome that you have employment and can help your family as much as you can. That's very admirable, and that's so wonderful that you're doing that.
Yes.
Yeah. And may I ask, how big a yes? Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I
Sorry,
said,
you breaking up?
no, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about your family?
Okay, right now, I've got my mother because my father passed away in 2009, I think. Yeah. And my two brothers, they passed away. We only four of us we left. So my two brothers, they are unemployed. They are staying with my mother. My mother, she's very sick.
Mm,
She's diabetic. She's got high blood pressure. So
yeah,
she's very sick, but we are trying
right,
because she's on medication. So I have
right,
to bring her medication every month so that she can survive.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. How old is she?
She's 87.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my mom made it till she was 90, and I miss her every
Wow.
day. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and mine, she's starting to give up because if you're sick, because she's sick
yeah,
every time, so she's
right,
starting to give up. But I'm always telling her, "Mommy, no, you can't leave now,"
right,
because the only thing I always tell her, I'm like, sometimes I sleep without, like you come back from work, you're tired, you can't even pray, and you just say, "Our Father who art in heaven," and then you sleep. But I was telling her, you every time 12 o'clock you wake up in the night, you pray for me. So if you leave me now and then I would sleep without praying, so what is gonna happen to me? So
right,
she'll be like, I need to go, I'm tired. I'm be like, no, wait. Let me get strong first and then you can go. But I
right,
can see I'm holding her up for that.
right,
I don't
right.
want her to leave me.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's a hard transition, and it's a hard conversation, and it's just you don't. I know, but it's hard to talk about sometimes and see them. Somebody probably who is so strong in your life and really
Yes.
brought you up well. And so if you have four siblings, do you have four siblings, or including you plus two brothers? So your mother had six children. Is that right?
Yeah, we were eight. We were eight, and then four passed away, and then we are four now.
Oh, wow. Wow. Do your
Um,
your brothers, the other ones all live with her, you said, right?
yeah, they are unemployed, so they are just sitting at home.
Right,
So every time I have to get paid, and then I will give them the money, to buy groceries. Yeah.
right. Yeah. And do you have children yourself?
Yes, I've got three.
Three? That girls or boys?
Yes, it's one girl and two boys.
Oh, okay. And do they
Yeah.
try to walk to school, or do you homeschool them, or what, how does that work?
Okay, the first one, the first and the second, they finished now. They finished university, and the other one, she's working in our village, in one municipality in our village. And
Oh,
the girl, she's the first, and then she's got a baby, so she's not doing anything. And then the last one, he's 12, he's still at school.
right, right. Well, that's great that she went to university. Did she go to the city university, or where did she go?
He went to I was staying with her here in the city, and then he was going to the university. So he's done now. He
Right.
finished last year. So this year he got this job for municipality. So she's working because he was doing the mechanical engineering.
Oh, okay. So, and
Yeah.
where does he work?
He's working in one municipality in the village.
Oh,
They are doing the road construction.
because he may be somebody that you could network with locally to ask him about anybody else who has done any well digging in the area.
Yes, he knows. Even
He know,
my younger brother, was working for one. There's one guy who came. I don't know where he came from. They were coming to dig the well there for water supply. So my
right,
younger brother was working there.
right.
So he knows most of the work. That is why I was saying, if I'm starting this project, he's the one who's going to take over because he knows most of the places where they can dig the wells for water.
Okay, yeah. Because that's what what I usually find is that sourcing things locally is the most important, to find somebody like your brother who's working with a municipality and who can at least find out some of the local names and
Yes, yeah,
businesses that then, if other people are interested in collaborating on a project, they can
yes,
start working with those businesses to get, so that they can work both with you as an individual, but then also as some of the local businesses to get services out to you.
yes, yeah, I understand, yeah.
Yeah, because it's always best to
Yeah,
have,
with their knowledge, with my son's knowledge and my brother's knowledge, I think we can make it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would love for you to ask them a little bit more about names of businesses and names of people that organizations could work with to get the services out to you all.
Okay.
That would be, I mean, one way to start while we're kind of all in a little bit of a holding pattern here, but that would be interesting to know, who actually is doing it in the city and where are they doing it, and then connect with them to find out what would it take to start bringing it out to your village.
Okay, all right, I can do that.
Yeah. Does your brother or your son have any communication with the chief of the area that you live in?
Yeah, my brother, yeah, he can.
Because
Yeah,
that,
he is, because he can communicate with the chief
yeah,
because he's staying in the village. He knows everything about the village. Yeah.
well, that he would be an excellent resource to kind
Yes.
of kind of partner with you to lead in finding as many different sources that are in the area to start asking about, how they could bring water to you, because even if one source could only do it one day a week, if you found multiple, you could get maybe a little bit more consistent, start on the water before any type of well could be dug.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's no problem. He can do everything.
Okay, well, we can start with him. He would be a great one. And then, again, maybe someone here would like to coordinate with you as well. And
Okay.
I have your information, that if you're okay and give me permission, I can attach it to this YouTube. Would you be okay with that?
Okay.
Okay. And
No.
we, yep, we can start that way and see if there's somebody out there that feels passionate about clean water and helping your village connect with local people, as well as maybe bring in some additional expertise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know in some of the bigger cities, especially in South Africa, there's, you know, a lot of development and a lot of resource there. It's just spreading it out, right?
Yes. Yes. There is.
Yeah.
But the problem in our village, people, I don't know, because like there's a councillor from the municipality, but when they appoint that person to be a councillor in the municipality, that person is supposed to help people with everything they need. But the way they are paying them money, they will just take the money and build their houses and buy themselves like 4 cars and forget about the community. That is what they are doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard. But hey, we will try.
Right. Well, and I think that that's what all of these new humanitarian efforts are all about, is creating more of a equal playing field, if you will, more equity for everyone versus having so much, and I know we have it in the United States too, having so much corruption. You know, corruption and greed have really done so much damage and harm to so many people.
Yes.
Yeah. And so
you are right.
There has to be,
because imagine in 2017 I opened the company because I wanted to do the construction, but because of the way, like I was telling you, if we long time, if you're going to school, if it's raining, you can't go to school because the bridges, they are full, there's water all over.
yeah,
I opened the company, I wanted to start those projects. The problem, you know, in government, if you're asking for funds, for funding for your company, they will only give their friends and families, and then my company was just closed because there was nothing I can do. I couldn't get
right,
any funding, nothing.
right,
It's
right,
better if you know somebody in our places, but if you don't know anyone,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a shame for you.
right, right. It is. There just has to be more equity for everybody. There has to be equity and inclusion for all versus just some. And I think
Yeah.
that's what we're working towards. It's happening slower than I think everyone would like, but I think that it's a start. And you know, even with our conversation here today, it's a start. I don't know that I can make any promises or have any solutions, other than learning what your circumstance is, you know, reaching out to people, asking you. I'm very interested in following up with you and finding out what are some of the companies and resources that are digging wells and distributing them, because I've seen them. I've seen the big like tanker trucks come to villages and give out water. They actually do not sell it. It's free. And so if we could find someone who, you know, was willing to do that and is doing that, or a humanitarian organization that would be willing to expand to your village, that would be one of the best starts. So, you know, I know you and I have emailed several times. So, as you ask him, I guess I would ask him these couple of questions. Who in the closest, biggest villages is already providing water? The name of the company and actually what they do. And then also, besides that, who is, sometimes it's a different organization, sometimes it's the same, you know, who's digging wells, who's providing water, and who has tanker trucks that can provide water. Because I'm sure that there are organizations that are in the bigger cities that are adjacent to you that are already doing this. And so if we can get their attention to expand their services, that would be the most effective and efficient way to start getting some relief.
Yeah.
And then if there's additional outside support that could help, like I said, we'll put it out to the universe and see if there's someone who, is maybe there in South Africa doing this project already, or someone across the world has this project in mind and has resources. Because oftentimes, and I'm sure you have found it, in your life, that people that are in a niche market or doing something specifically know the other people that are doing the same thing. And I think it's pretty exciting that your brother does at least work with the municipalities. And it would be interesting to know what the chief knows about who could do this. And then with a little bit of communication and possible, additional resource, maybe those connections can be spread further.
Yeah. Let's hope it's gonna work. As long as we can find maybe they can dig one well, and then maybe they can build like a big tank or something that can supply water to the villagers. I think that would be okay. And then that other one I was saying, like to supply every household with a big tank, because even those trucks they can come, but where they're gonna put water? That's the problem. Because they got only those small containers, they can put water. Within a week, the water is finished. But at least if every household got their big tanks, and then this truck will come and supply water to all these people, and then everybody's gonna be happy.
Right.
And then they can even start, and then that is where agriculture will start.
Right. And it also would help the people feel better to drink the clean water versus the dirty river water or the contaminated river water. What river what is the name of the river that's near you? Do you know?
We don't. There's a lot of rivers there, and they are not big. It's just small wells. People, they're just going there. They just fetch water. We don't have like normal big river that we can supply water to the villagers. These are just small rivers. Like in my house, there was where we used to make the farm. My father dig the well there. Long time he dig the well there, and then we were fetching water there. Sometimes you can't fetch water because there are fish on top. Those small fishes, they are swimming there. You can't even fetch water. We'll end up catching those fish and go cook them at home. But we don't have the big river.
Okay. Well, let's start with again, reaching out to anyone that's listening. If you have a passion for this and want to get in touch with Yvonne, please do, or get in touch with me. And you can reach me at infinitehumanitarians@gmail.com. And Yvonne, do you want to share your email?
Yes. Oh, you gotta give them, or I must share it now.
You can say it now if you want, and then I'll put it in the notes as well.
Okay, it's Khumalo Yvonne 965@gmail.com.
Okay, and I'll make sure and put that in in the notes. And what I'd like for you to do is, if you would put the name of your village and the closest couple of cities to your village in an email to me, I'll add that to the notes as well with your email address.
Okay.
So I can actually look it up online and see exactly where you are. Because I do have a few connections to South Africa. Like I said, I worked there for a month many years ago. But I worked with an organization called Cotlands, and Cotlands was the first pediatric AIDS hospice. And they have both a location in Cape Town as well as Johannesburg. And they have been helping people for, I think 70 years or something like that, for a very long time. And Yeah. And so I can reach out to some of those people because I still stay in contact with some of them. And they have family that
Okay.
live in that actually live in South Africa. Um, and see. But again, if you will check with your brother and find out who can dig wells in the area, and there might be multiple. It doesn't have to be just one. I'd rather have a list
Okay.
of businesses or individuals that can, number one, dig wells, number two, provide these tanks. I think I know what they look like, but if you can send me a picture of them, I'd love that even more. Because
Okay.
people are going to have the tanks before they can accept the water, and I'm sure there's a cost to that. And then I'd also
Yeah.
like to know besides who's selling those tanks. The third thing is who is running big trucks of water already that fills tanks. So
Okay. All right.
if
I will
if
do
you could do
this.
a little, yeah, if you could do some local research on that and email me, um, that would be a great start.
Okay, I will do this. Maybe by the end of this week, I'll be able to gather some information and then I will send it to you.
Okay. Okay, that sounds great. How does that sound to you?
It's great. It's great
Yeah,
and it's gonna be fun.
I think so
I'm ready
too.
to help my community. I'm so happy. I'm ready to help my community. I want them to be like town.
Right. And that it's also something that you can put out on Telegram, tell people that, you're looking for people that dig wells, that sell the tanks, and that fill the tanks with water so that you can start your excuse me, agricultural program. And let's just,
Okay.
because I find that the universe is can be an amazing, amazing, generous place. But we have
Yes.
to ask. We have to put it out there, and we have to believe. And
Yeah.
so, again, I'm excited to, um, you know, help you on this adventure, and I really look forward to hearing who is doing um, who is providing water now, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will
Okay.
do that.
Yeah.
And I will have to teach them about humanitarians. Because if you're telling them about humanitarians, they'll be like, what is that? Stop telling us about those things, you know? But
Yeah.
now I think it's gonna be easy to tell them and then they will see what we're doing.
Right. Right. Well, and I think
Yeah.
that you're right in line with literally everyone in the world, because believe it or not, even in the United States, our water isn't the best. It's full of, contaminants and fluoride and other things. And I think that clean water is going to be one of the first places that all humanitarians are going to be interested in, not only for themselves so that they have the
Yes.
healthiest and best water, but for projects. Because like we've talked about this whole time, is you can have all these beautiful programs. You can
Yeah.
have, a feeding program. You can have schools. You can have libraries.
Yes. Yes.
You can have everything. But if everybody has dysentery because they're being contaminated from water, it doesn't matter.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yeah. Because
so I,
I've got a lot of projects in my mind, but just to begin with, we
right.
need water.
And that's it.
Yes.
And that's what I think, the message for everyone is that, there's, we can all have faith and have our spirituality, but then we have to put it into action and just start, take a step. And like you did, you reached out and I responded, and we're going to start. I can't make any promises. I don't have any crystal ball, but what I do have is an interest and a passion and a little bit of experience. And
Yes.
I'm happy to bring that together. And I think when multiple people get together, magic happens. So
Yeah, it's gonna happen, and
yeah,
it's gonna be fun. Yeah,
it's and
I'm
and,
so
and I
excited.
well, and I'm thank you for reaching out. Thank you for reaching out, and thank you for making the time to talk to all of us and tell us about what's going on in your area, because
Yes,
in addition to having clean water and healthy water, we all have to have healthy communication, and we have to start collaborating with
yes,
each
yes.
other and talking honestly and openly. And as hard as it is to hear about struggles and challenges, I always find that when we talk about it and we start to take action, it helps. It helps. So, um,
Yeah,
yeah. Do you have anything else you'd like to
and
say
you know,
before we wrap up?
and in our villages, there's this thing like the toilets. We don't have the flushing toilets,
Right,
and the toilets, they don't build them inside the house. They have to put it there out there. So you have to walk if you go to the toilet,
right,
and you can't flush the toilet. So all those things, they are not healthy for
right,
people.
right,
Like at home, the problem with my mother now, she can't walk to the toilet. She can't come out of the house and walk to the toilet because, like, the way she's taking the diabetic medication and BP medication, she's always having a running stomach. So we sat down at home, we talked, and we were like, no, this is not right. She can't go up and down to the toilet, and the toilet is far. Sometimes already she enters the toilet, already she messed herself up. So
yeah,
we decided to build to put the toilets next to her bed,
right,
so that if she feels like she want to go to the toilet, because my brother, the younger one, she's got a certificate in plumbing. So that is why those people who are doing building wells, they call him because he's got the certificate for plumbing. So I told him, no, let's buy the toilet seats, and then we put it next to my to her bed, and then you can make the hole so that it can come out. You understand?
right. Yes,
So
yes,
we putting water on this thing, this tank on the toilet for her, to release herself.
right,
So hey, it's not easy. It's not easy. Things,
right.
they are difficult. So we just hoping that with the help from whoever is gonna come and help us, and then everything is gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Everybody, they're gonna have their own toilets in their own houses. They can flush. They can,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
yeah.
so are most of the toilets, um, are they, I've actually dug like latrines. Are they kind of like, are your toilets, are they set up to a septic system at all, or is it only like a hole in the ground, like a latrine?
It's just a hole. It's just a hole in the ground.
Right, right, right. Okay,
Because
okay,
there was one person who was giving that project to
right,
build the toilets.
right,
So because of corruption, that person ate all the money and then started to build those toilets in every household. Because now
right,
there's no money. How can you make the toilet with the to flush it? Because
right.
the
Can I,
money is finished.
right? Can I ask? Do you have electric? Does everybody have electricity in their houses?
Fortunately, yes. Now in the village, yeah, people, they got, maybe few don't
Right,
have.
right.
Yeah.
But you do. You have electricity, but you don't. But not every house has running water.
No,
Right,
those who got money, those who are rich, and then they do have
right,
running water.
right. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Well, we will start with you doing some research on with your brother and in your area and getting back to me. And I will do some research and we will ask the universe and everyone that listens to do a little research and we will go from there.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very
Okay?
much.
And
I am
let's
so privileged.
oh, I'm so privileged to talk to you. Thank you for the honor of
Yes.
reaching out. And um, let's plan on doing a follow-up maybe in the next couple of weeks or in the next month. As soon as you find out information, email me, and then we'll connect again if you would like.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much. I will do that.
All right. Thank you so much. And thanks you to everyone who listens to this and shares it and sends positive energy to Yvonne and also contemplates how you can help. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and keep your frequencies high and your thoughts positive. Bye, Yvonne.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. Okay.